My next one that I'm going to talk about is Love Lies Bleeding. In this film, gym manager Lou falls in love with Jackie, a female bodybuilder that's passing through town to get ready to go to bodybuilders competition in Las Vegas. First off, we have Kristen Stewart starring in this. We have
Katie M. O'Brien as the Jackie, who was the kind of the drifter coming in from town, who's also a bodybuilder, so to speak. She's aspiring bodybuilder, competition person.
Okay, we have Dave Franco. We have Jenna Malone. We have Ed Harris.
We also get Anna Baryshnikov, and we also get a kind of a Tate Fletcher cameo who I didn't realize until just now.
Well, overall in this film, it starts off somewhat simple where, Jackie's coming to town. She's pretty much homeless and started working at Ed Harris's gun range as a what do you call it, waitress or whatever. It was a real interesting setup at that gun range because it was pretty much set up like a bar.
Yeah, that's like you go shoot guns and then there's a little something there. There's this kind of jumping bar that everybody sits at after. Oh, because I'm like, she's a waitress. How does she making money? But you see that this range is people love to go shoot these guns.
Yeah. Jenna Malone plays, and I was kind of confused by what was going on in this film at first because, Jenna Malone is playing Lou's sister, Beth. Ed Harris is actually their father, and Beth is like in an abusive relationship with Dave Franco's JJ. Mm-hmm. An incident happens after I guess JJ kind of has like a bad day or whatever, and pretty much puts Beth in the hospital, Jenna Malone's character in the hospital, and we go from there. It gets dark. Ed Harris is, even though he's doing the gun range, he actually owns the gym that Lou works in. So overall, he has a lot of control over, that character's life, and there's a couple crimes that are happening too in this, dealing with guns and stuff. But I just thought it was a lot going on in this film. I thought this film was kind of a simple love story, girl meets girl love story. But it's a lot of complex things happening in this.
Yeah. I think it is simple in its core, but if the complexity probably might, at least for me, came from some of the ideas presented. I mean, it's interesting because, as I'm going through the app to check out my ticket and they had it listed as romance, and I'm like, all these reviews I'm reading ain't talking about no romance, but then you see, it seems, you know what it is, man? It's like one of these crime,
like brothers or Tarantino type film, almost like
almost in a way,
romance type vibes in it.
Yeah. It reminded me of, you got two people that fall in love, but also there's a crime element around them. Yeah, so there's also a crime element, man. And also the fact that you got this small town vibe. I'm getting small town crime vibes. You know what it reminded me of, man? That movie U-Turn, back in the day, whereas you got these two characters, one's from the town, one's coming into town, or they're stuck there, and then they both get mixed into some crime stuff, because Ed Harris, he's kind of a retired guy, but it's some skeletons in these closets, man, you know what I'm saying? And their relationship and the incident that happens with Franco's character, it causes some collisions, and then it goes from there, and but I do appreciate the chemistry, man. Like Kristen Stewart and what's the name?
Jackie
and Katie M. O'Brien. Like, you see this romance this courtship go down, and they're really good playing off of each other, man. I thought it was fun to see Ed Harris in that wig, man, looking as crazy as he did.
Oh man, out of this world. He had that. I'll tell you who he reminded me of. A stronger version of. I could just think of who's a governor of Montana that was a wrestler.
Ventura.
Yeah, Ventura. Ventura has that hairdo going on right now.
Oh,
yeah, he has that.
It's bald, but then it's long on the sides.
Like long hair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the mullet with the top ripped off of it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because he's quietly menacing, man. And then like everyone's, tiptoeing around him. Oh, he's a bad guy. You meet him, he's like, all right, he likes bugs. That was kind of interesting too. His little quirks, man. I don't know, man. I had a good time with this because also I think the cinematography is interesting, man. It almost has like an art house vibe to it layered over it, where some of the stuff, the way it's presented, some of the scenery, even that secret place in the desert almost had like a weird electricity around it when you get those shots, man. There's a shot later on where the cops pull into that place, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, that's just beautiful. The way you see the tops of the cars kind of, and it's full of scenes like that. And there's some interesting stuff because the one character, she's on the steroids, so I think it's interesting how they're depicting, the effects of that on her body in a crazy weird way. It's one of these ones, man. Like it's simple in premise and setup to me, but I think those little quirks that added to it just really made it super interesting to me. And this is one I'm glad that I saw on the big screen because of some of that stuff. It was like, wow. And it sucks because I had to go to DC to see this. It was sold out. At the AMC was sold out for like the day I wanted to go. All the ones were sold out, and then the next day was sold out. And then I looked, and it wasn't playing no more. So now, when I go on the app earlier to look at what I'm gonna do for Godzilla tomorrow, all of a sudden, Love Lies Bleeding is playing there. But I'm glad I saw it early so I could talk about it on this show. But I highly recommend this if you're a fan of stuff like Bound or like I said, U-Turn, just desert taking place kind of things. Some people, I saw someone said it reminded them of Blood Simple a little bit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It gave me a lot of Coen brother vibes watching this. It is a well told story. I didn't want to say too much about it because the only thing I'm thinking about is like spoiling what happens in the film. When I'm giving my description, but I
don't think I'm getting on that. I don't think I gave away anything that's too crazy. But I really enjoyed this. And Rose Glass, this is my first time seeing this director's work. I kind of want to see more from her. Yeah, I think it's a woman director. So and I think she only one other
Saint
film.
Maud. That's the only. Yeah, she directed Saint Maud, and that film's insane. If you hadn't seen that, Corey.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
check that one out.
It's on. It's on. I think I saw it on Hulu a while back.
Yeah. So I don't know. I definitely had a good time with this one, man.